a juicy 3 elite path this way, but I don't think that's going to go well for us. I'm kind of feeling this one over here. So some combats into an elite campfire elite situation. Then we have another campfire, elite shop, and another campfire to round out the act. Gonna upgrade my zap just for playability. Something about upgrading zap that I really like. And I think it comes down to, like I said, playability into the late game. Having a card that costs nothing versus to generate an orb versus something that costs 1 to generate 1 single orb, and that is it. Feels terrible into Act 2 and is near unplayable. Even towards the end of Act 1, zap for 1 is difficult unless you're actively evoking or something like that. So that's where I'm at currently. Barrage is some scaling for us. We're only generating 1 orb currently, but I think Barrage will be fine going forward. There are some interesting ideas that I came across with Jawworm and like when to and when not to take damage on Jawworm. Let me sneeze quick. Handled it. And again, without being able to display it there, that wasn't a good display of actually taking damage, and I feel like it comes up on the silent more than the other characters, but let's see. So I'll see it if it comes around in the near future, but basically taking an extra 5 to not prolong the fight, well, it just kind of makes sense. It's been difficult for me to yikes, to tell exactly when that's going to be useful or just inherently bad. A genetic algorithm this early works well, so we have a lot of block, but we don't have the damage we need to kill this elite here. Sure. The barrage upgrade helps a lot. Also, the defend upgrade is immediately useful. Energy Sunder. We will take the Sunder. The energy potion is interesting. So the weak potion is going to help a lot on Gremlin Knob, Lagavulin, and then the Gambler's Brew also helps on Gremlin Knob to help it so we don't die. So I don't think we can actually take the energy potion there. This was the fight that I did not talk about. We'll see. I think it's fine. We have this one within Sunder range already. That was the cue for Sunder. It didn't get the message. So this one dies next turn no matter what. And we'll start working on the middle one, I suppose. My orbs heard me. Boom, boom. Could roll the dice with 3 orbs. Like, odds are very good that one of these 3 orbs hits this one. I think the odds are... I messed it up. I meant to strike this one. Oh well. We'll just kill it now. I think that was incorrect, though. Not punished. A Centennial Puzzle, and I think a Doom and Gloom works. Absolutely. Now, I think against Lagavulin we're in a good spot, but Gremlin Knob gets close to killing us. Maybe not with the potions. Okay. Roll the dice a little bit. We'll get our Sunder upgraded. Doom and Bloom is just better against probably this Elite plus Guardian, but if it's Lagavulin, we can just wake it up with his Sunder. It's not. This was, or is, like, easily the most spooky fight that we could have come across here. Has many ways and means in which to kill us. So we never have the kill here, right? We have 23. We can do 16 damage at most. We have to live. Could have also re-rolled for like Zap Barrage. 8 cards. Exactly 8 here. Also just Sunder. Oh, we can't Sunder anymore because maybe that was correct. Just Gambler's Brew into Sunder. This is something else I'm realizing, is that I just play these turns way too fast. And I get punished a lot for that. Oh well, I mean, I guess the good news is we got genetic algorithm up. It's something. Absolutely pick up a pantograph. Thank you, game. And a golden idol to save us from mean Act 2. Oh my. Act 2 Bloody Idol event. All right, we'll pick up a preserved insect as well, and that is a data disc. That puts us in a very good spot. I think that's basically a snap take at this point. It wasn't so snappy, but it was a take. I think we're okay against the Guardian. Assuming this goes decently well, which it should. Ah. Is it worth it to get the genetic up? I think it is. Because next turn it'll run, but we have a really nice head start. Easy. Essence of Steel, chance at a Meteor Strike, Barrage, and a Skim. A pretty easy skip, honestly. Don't think I'm going to do the Essence of Steel. Gambler's Brew does potentially save us from turn 2 against the Guardian. I always struggle to get genetic algorithm upgraded. But I think we need the Doom and Gloom for this fight. I've seen the +4 damage on Doom and Gloom in the. So this is one of my thought processes that has changed. The +4 damage on Doom and Gloom has never really felt worth it to me because it's 2 costs. You gain 2 damage per energy here. So anything else, if you even look at a strike, it's +3 damage for 1 energy. If you're thinking about those kinds of breakpoints, but I'm trying it. I'm gonna see if it does what I have been told that it actually does. It's possible. Like, do we keep the genetic algorithm around? I think it's safe to just burn it. It is 9 block. It might have a future with us. We're getting close to being completely fine. So you're doing 16. Or could use like a Blessing of the Forge here, but nah. Okay. We are fast approaching just dual casting this Dark Orb to win. Be there. So this is 96 damage. We would have to count for 8, which we have right here, I think. I hate Moose. Hello. Never punished. Indeed. That's exactly it with Doom and Gloom, is that it's typically hitting more than one target. Milky Strength, thank you so much for the raiding party of 2. Happy to have you and a buddy along for the ride here this afternoon, evening, or morning, or whatever it is for you. And thank you very much for the follow as well. I appreciate that. What's up? You know, I'm just getting started for the evening. Like a bias cog, pretty easy. This is my first run of the night, so things have been going well. I think areas for improvement so far have been, will come from removing these strikes at this point. That's kind of what I'm looking to do. We also have the Doom and Gloom Sunder thing for the Act 2 elites, so I'm liking our odds there. All in all, it's been good. I think we may have overhealed in Act 1 at one point. We could have gotten away with not healing at all. So we missed an upgrade potentially. I'm thinking I'm trying to think of what the HP was when we actually healed. So if we subtract 25 here, I think we were at more than 13, so maybe we didn't. I don't know. I don't love these options. I need some tips. Well, I'll say them as they come. Oh, that's right. I was at 6 HP because of the Gremlin Knob fight. That's right. Never mind. It was kind of unnecessarily though. If I had just used the Gambler's Brew and then just sundered the Gremlin Knob, we could have saved a bunch of HP and gotten an extra upgrade that way. Would have been short a Gambler's Brew Potion, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Only Ascension 4. Well, the Defect, this is, for me this evening, I am I'm also taking a step back and trying to relearn the Defect, because I think the Defect is my weakest character, I'm sorry to say. He came for advice, but I'm also looking for advice. I think this is the start of this run is pretty phenomenal, though. We've got Data Disk, Preserved Insect, and Pantograph. I mean, all of this is excellent. So we have a great foundation to go into Act 2. But yeah, basically, I don't know. What we've picked up so far hasn't been crazy. I think you can see this stuff all over the place. We didn't pick up an early bias cog or electrodynamics or echo form. So I hope something useful comes out of the run for you, but we'll see. I'm deciding between Slaver's Collar and Nuclear Battery. Slaver's Collar currently has no downside, but what you have to think about with Slaver's Collar is where you are in terms of floor fights. So if we had, just say again, electrodynamics here, I'd feel much more comfortable taking Slaver's Collar, but we do have like Mercury Hourglass for AoE, as well as Doom and Gloom upgraded and Sunder upgraded. So I think Slaver's Collar is a pretty good take. Alternatively, you can just take Nuclear Battery. The Nuclear Battery Extra Orb is going to synergize well with Barrage if we happen to have it in our opening hand. Now hits for 12 instead of just 6. Black Star Insect. It's like, it never works the way you want it to, though, right? It's tempting. It's tempting. I think Black Star is too slow a lot of the time. Plus, I'd like to have the 4 energy for boss fights. They somewhat recently buffed the Slaver's Collar to also affect event-spawned bosses and elites. Works on Thwack or Mind Bloom, things like that. I'm going to try the Slaver's Collar. I haven't had a lot of success with it in the past, and it was because I died in the floor fights, but we're in a good spot. Was it a buff or a bug fix? I don't know. I don't think they said, really. I agree, it kind of sounds like a bug fix. But it's one of those things in Slay the Spire where I get into, not arguments, but discussions about like the wording of things. It says during boss and elite combats. And you could very easily say, well, an event isn't an elite. It's not an elite combat, or it's not a boss combat, right? Like Mind Bloom. Well, the Mind Bloom isn't a boss combat. You know, like, yeah, that's true, but so deciding on whether or not it's a bug fix, I feel is a challenge, and not the soapbox that I'm willing to fight and die on. Now, removing Writhing Mass from the game, that is a soapbox I will fight and die on. Get that guy out of here. Sick of seeing him. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. I could absolutely see that being a thing. Start doing some Dark Orb things with Darkness. We have the Doom and Gloom. If we get Darkness upgraded, could be great. I don't think we need the Leap. Go for the Eyes is excellent as well, but do the Darkness. Skill Potion. Let me think about that. I tended. Oh, God. I tend to overvalue Blessing of the Forge and just never use it. It's going to be great to hit on Genetic and Bias Cog, but outside of that, you know, it doesn't really hit that much currently. So I think I want the Skill Potion over the Blessing of the Forge. And I also fear that the Gambler's Brew is going to end up just sitting around forever in my hand. But against like the Tri-Slavers, when we want to pull Sunder on turn 1 with Preserved Insect or something, that's when it's going to have the most value, I think. We'll see. I wonder... So we can full block here easily. I wonder if we take less damage in this fight, because this is our hand next turn. So we could also equilibrium here to retain some block for next turn. But we might also just kill it next turn if we hang on to, or if we play Darkness plus Bias Cog. I think it's close, but I'm willing to take a look and see what happens. So if we dual cast, that's 48 plus 1860 some. It's got to be lethal, right? Yes. Not even close. I think we will take a chill. Become one bitey boy. I think so. So we'll refuse this, but tempting. Sorry, I'm still playing with the new dashboard. It's kind of driving me crazy. Every time I look over, it's just not what I'm used to. So I'm trying to configure it how I want it. What would have made me take the bites there? Getting rid of all of our strikes is actually great, but it's not really what I want. I'd rather just not have these strikes or bites. I think at this point. If we had like the Blood Vial plus all of our base strikes, that would be pretty convincing. Maybe if we had a Molten Egg, that might push me over. I don't know. A free rainbow? Interesting. Well, we found our block. Is the free turn we were waiting for. So this is 18 versus just 32. A Swift Potion to replace our Skill Potion that we had. Be very nice for the turn 1-ish against the Tri-Slavers. Guess we'll take an unupgraded Sweeping Beam, though I don't feel great about it. Fight these nerds. Get an elite fight before the elite. And this is honestly one or both of our potions. We'll see. The Dark Orb is only going to be, what, 7 damage? Mini Minotaur, hello. Welcome back, my friends. I've been enjoying your marathon streams recently. I think was it Monday? One of these nights recently where it was one of those, I went to bed and then woke up and you were still streaming. It might have been this weekend, actually. How are my runs going? This is the first one of the evening, so it's been going very well. You know, we've got like classic Defect, Bias Cog, genetic algorithm things going on with the upgraded Sunder. So it's decent. Yeah, we've got a good thing going. I'm currently debating on whether or not I want to roll hard for like a Sunder on turn 1, or if I just want to like go with the chills and be okay with the decks down. I have a question for all of you, or anyone who wants to answer. Should this be considered an elite fight for Slaver's Collar? I think the opinion will be no, but I'm just curious what others think about it. I think the Dark Orb, so it's always going to go on the lowest health enemy. So whatever these evoke to is going to allow us to potentially get a kill with what's left. Is why I actually like that. I mean, it's fine, right? That is true. Compared to, if you compare this to Tri-Slavers, it's not even close. I think that's fair. Oh, barrage to aim at bear. You know, I hadn't considered that because we were evoking 2 lightning orbs, and I left it up to random chance at that point. Hadn't considered that. I was using barrage as my kill condition, but yeah, we got there anyway. But I do appreciate the advice. I'm trying to learn the Defect. I think it's my weakest character by far. So you do have bits of advice. I do appreciate it. Tiny slavers. So we are not being made weak or vulnerable on turn 1. It's good stuff. And our genetic algorithm's at 17, and we have chill in our opening hand. So I think we can afford to, since we're not being made weak, we don't have to dig with Gambler's Brew for the Sunder this turn. We can just take it when it comes at this point. Or if we don't get it next turn, we can always just play it then. So I think we draw first with Sweeping Beam. Maybe we do end up with the Sunder here. Oops. Which makes the compile driver, I don't want to call it scary, but I don't want to draw the Sunder with it. I do have Energy Pot. I'm being very conservative with my potions right now. Perhaps unnecessarily. We're being made vulnerable. The last slaver typically dies first anyway, but extra incentivized to kill him this turn. Oh, I think I overblocked there with Bias Cog. Maybe. Oh, baby. Oh my. All right, Minotaur, what do you think? We've got a bottled tornado. We could just bottle Bias Cog. We can also bottle creative AI. Is that good? That is an honest question I have. I struggle with creative AI so much because it's so slow. It's not like bottling an Echo form where it's immediately super impactful. So I struggle with this card. But going into the Bronze Automaton fight, it's basically a win condition there. It's as close as we're going to get to guaranteeing that fight, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I just worry that it's too slow, but I'll give it a chance, you know? I'll see what it can do. I'm just thinking about the Bronze Automaton fight in particular, and thinking it could carry us there. Time will tell on that one. Sunder is sadly not a kill for us. $31, you say? A lot of damage, my dude. Fortunately, we drew our genetic algorithm with auto shield, so we actually full block this 31 with ease. Get the Frost Orb in front for loop. The block that we have coming up now is not terribly impressive. Pretty good fight. It's an FTL for some free cycle, also a cool-headed to help us draw through our deck, get some evokes going. I think we have great Dark Orb generation right now, but our ability to evoke those Dark Orbs has been somewhat limited. We're also approaching the point where I like to have a cool-headed, especially getting it upgraded, just to cycle through the deck more, get us to what we want. I don't know. I often think of cool-headed less in terms of the Frost Orb, more in terms of the card draw. So getting it upgraded is so much more impactful than its base form. But yes, that sounds a-okay. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better, so I appreciate that. I'm gonna rest here. Maybe it's wrong, but going into 2 elites back to back, even with the preserved insect, just kind of scares me, generally speaking. So, oh, think of a kunai making FTL maybe the correct choice instead of that cool-headed, but we'll see. Tiny gremlin leader that's going to allow us to get our creative AI off. And we can't really kill anything here unless this evoke is very kind. Should chill first? No. Dual cast first. Okay. Next turn probably sucks. The static discharge is immensely helpful. Our strikes never really do anything. They're only hitting for 4 right now, since we're weak and frail for 2 turns. Alternatively, we have the Gambler's Brew. We could get rid of I don't know, strike, zap, strike, and try to pull more block out of the deck. Could also pull Sunder, of course, and then just bop one of these two. That would be very helpful. Keep the static discharge around just in case that doesn't happen, and I think Bias Cog is a must. That's super obnoxious. So now if we had kept around like a strike, we'd be in a better spot with Doom and Gloom, but that's fine. So I'm tempted to use both of our potions here. If we use the energy potion, we can get down static, defend, and then Doom and Gloom to evoke one of our Frost Orbs as well. Because we're always doing that. We're always doing this. A matter of if this is even worth it. I'm gonna opt to not be greedy about it. But I know that Sweeping Beam just kills both of these. I'm not certain that's correct. As silly as it is, using Sunder plus Strike still leaves us with 3 energy to do other stuff with. And other stuff being like Compile Driver Darkness, getting 2 Dark Orbs out there could be a kill on the Gremlin Leader next turn. Maybe. We'll be weak, I don't know. Losing our Frost Orb up front scares me a bit. We are shuffling our decks, so we'll have full draw next turn for whatever comes. It's just scary since he's going to be on what, 10, is it 10 strength next turn? And do we ever evoke 2 Dark Orbs? I think we don't, actually. I think we draw. I don't really want the draw, but I want the Dark Orb in front. Okay. We hit for 38, 45, 49, 60? Wait, did I already count this one? I think I already counted this one. So 38, 45, 49, 53. I did. You're getting hit for 48 damage, so we don't die. Get very close. Okay. I think we just go for the dual cast killed, which means not playing this other stuff and drawing as quickly as possible. Oh yeah, we had static discharge. Never mind, we just win. I may have taken an extra hit there. I didn't factor that in. I missed that. Ah. Pow. I kind of wish there was a no bet option here. Like, the options are to bet... I should have waited. I went too fast again. I think it's bet 50 gold on both of them, and the odds and winnings are different. But much like the potion vendor, I forget her name. It's like the lady in blue or something like that, where you can take a punch to not take the potions or something, which you rarely do, but I feel like there should be an option to not bet 50 gold. Who knows? This is a sweet opening. Like, perfect. Oh. What? Okay. Well, I suppose the double bias cog is our best form of block, so sure. We are getting hit for 21. We currently take 10 damage. Do I care about the doom and gloom? We would take an extra 5 to get the dark orb in play. Honestly, I think these two lighting orbs do enough work for us. We'll just wait here. Oh, another bias cog? You shouldn't have. We're close to a kill next turn. No, we have a kill next turn. Never mind. It's just there. Super solid book of stabs fight. We get the mummified hand with the bottled creative AI. Disgusting. That is a cool little thing we have going right now. Next pickup, Urn-Faced Bird. Bring it on. Absolutely. We have a lot of money here. I think we're for sure removing a strike. I mean, that kind of goes without saying. Toot toot, we got a captain's wheel that we can pick up as well. All aboard and all that. I don't think the panache works, but with the mummified hand creative AI thing, we get pretty close. Or do we? We quite often get panache off with mummified hand creative AI. On elite fights and boss fights, I should say. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know if I'll go that route. To hologram. Lurking fish. I think I have that thing. Yeah. I even have a command ready to go. Static discharge is also decent. Captain's wheel does not help much. on the Bronze Automaton fight. I mean, it does help on a few other fights, but I mean, it's good on the heart. It's pretty good. Like, I think I'd have to think about my boat relic power rankings, and I think Horncleat is higher. It has to be higher than Captain's Wheel. Way too many fights come down to turn 2. In particular, like Act 4 elites, the hearts. I don't even know. Like, basically everything else. Bronze Automaton. I think Horncleat has to be better than Captain's Wheel. And Anchor is just always good, because it's a free turn 1. Anyway, I should make some decisions. My fears with Panache is that it doesn't get used in floor fights. So it's a dead draw a lot of the time there. Mummified Hand really only comes into play. We get Creative AI out. It's not so bad. I'm just not convinced that we need it, is the other thing. We have the Creative AI to pull other things, other stuffs. And Doom and Gloom being upgraded. I think we don't need it. Take the Static Discharge. And I may also take the Panacea. So, like, Panacea, we can do Panacea Captain's Wheel as well. Panacea? I don't know. I don't know if the Captain's Wheel is all that. Like, is it worth 323 gold? Is where I'm stuck, because it's a rare relic. I don't know, I have a hard time placing it that highly above like hologram plus static discharge. Yeah, I think that just has to be better. I think I'm gonna end up passing on the Panache. Thinking about the Act 3 bosses in particular, with Time Eater being like solidly okay. It doesn't, like, Panache doesn't do that much more for us. Kind of does though. Like, this is I'm kind of stuck on it. Like, it works. It totally works. I just don't know if we need it, is the thing. I'm gonna try it. This is the experimental phase. I'm not convinced that we need it, but still gonna give it a chance. Hey, you're supposed to hit this one. Stucco's not making us vulnerable this turn. I think I just want the cool-headed out, though, for the extra block, just in case. Hey. Okay. That worked out. Disgusting. are just dead, my dude. We have a Blessing of the Forge and nothing. Would be nice to get some extra Frost Orb generation in the deck and just flat block as well. We do have like the innate chill, so I'm gonna skip those. And what, oh what, is the best thing to upgrade? Probably just the Bias Cog, right? Especially with the Panacea. Gotta be Bias Cog. Almost too bad we got chill on turn 1. Oh. That was like the worst one. Take my good stuff. Hey, take Bias Cog. Ah! Oh! So rude. Okay, so you have my Bias Cog that I so desperately need with Panacea in hand. The only way for us to actually kill this guy is maybe with Barrage, and even then I don't know if we get there. Not the draw I was looking for. But it's so close. It was 18, so this would be like a 1 in 3 on Cool Headed to get the orb that I want. Well, yeah, and then I just end up defending though, right? So it's not entirely productive. Don't really want a genetic algorithm here, though. When we go through hologram again, like ideally we want to play genetic algorithm on the hyper beam turn. We want the second Frost Orb for next turn, I think. Give me Panache. That is nice. Okay, so we are extra full blocking this turn. Actually get a Panache charge off too. It did something. Worth it? I really don't know yet. So we want genetic algorithm for next turn. Currently we have about a 50-50 chance to actually draw it, and no way to pull it back if we don't, so kind of is what it is. If we draw through with Compile Driver Sweeping Beam right now, either do or don't increase our chances of drawing it next turn. It's just a roll of the dice at that point. So we'll keep our Frost Orbs intact and play other stuff. Can we get a Kunai charge without drawing? No. We would have to evoke our Frost Orb. Let's draw one. Oh, we have a buffer anyway. We're totally fine this turn. I'm actually going to try to draw through genetic. Mostly to try to get this out, actually. I don't see us... I hope we don't take that much more damage, but you never know. Currently blocked for 646. Go to 56. So we do have to. We don't have to play genetic, but we want to anyway. So just get rid of it. Another buffer. Gross. Sun. Managed to get to +3 dex already. It's decent. It's decent. I could have played that better to not take any damage, but that's okay. Does work. So we have to. So heat sinks draws everything and makes stuff free. Amazing. A regen potion for our troubles and a chance at electro dynamics. Yes. I kind of snap picked the electro right after taking panache. Time's gonna tell on that one. I figure with the mummified hand, it's just good to have. Helps against, you know, Donu and Deka and kind of the bird with arms. We'll see. Chance at Sacred Woof, Frozen Core, and a Calling a Bell. This is not the 4th or 5th energy I was hoping for. It has to be the Sacred Woof, right? Double the effectiveness of potions. You'll notice that we don't have any of our key pieces yet, so our path is predetermined for us. The safest option here, I think, is just to take the Sacred Bark and hope that the potions can carry us through a bad path if we have to go through one. The shimmy and shaken shapes that I was talking about. That's Donu and Deka, for the unacquainted. Okay. I have a decent path, so start somewhere down here, go through a couple floor fights into an event, an early shop. Only plan right now is to remove another strike. We'll see. Go this way, campfire, do what we need to do there, go into an elite, another campfire. Here's our flaming elite towards the end of the act. Maybe another event or combat, depends on how spicy we're feeling. And another campfire, of course, before Donu and Deka. See what happens. The other options were like to not take a campfire here, so we go this way into a shop, but then it's only one elite, or we do this way and then we just don't get a shop. So the shops kind of dictated the path here more so than the flaming elite, in my opinion. This turn is going to be awful. Could have been worse, honestly. So the regen potion is 10 regen. As much as like taking damage here is not the goal, if we have to. Blessing of the Forge is a even weaker potion now. I think I'm okay with using it here. It doesn't double. It can't double. So we want basically anything that doubles kind of over Blessing of the Forge at this point. So I'm going to use it here. This. Got a 1 in 3 to make this just amazing. Oh, baby. Somehow we take 0. Oh my. Still an awful turn, but we take 0. If we evoke for 9, 13, 17, no, we don't kill any. So using the darkness is not better than just to defend. If we defend, we go to 34, we block 22... 22... 37... So the defend actually doesn't help at all, right? Am I doing that right? So the darkness is just always better? You go to 34 to 37. Yeah, the defend does nothing here. So the buffer doesn't cause a breakpoint with this second Darkling, making darkness just better. Ouch. Alright. Got genetic down, that's all we cared about. Super overkill, let's get it. Attack potion into a late upgraded stack. I'm a fan. Stack is one of those cards that I struggle with a lot. For this situation right here, thank you for enhancing my commentary. So you happen to draw a stack in your opening hand and you think it's garbage, and I agree. But, you know, even on 3 energy, you can always throw 2 extra cards into your discard pile, making this basically, at worst, an unupgraded defend. Is that good to pick up in the 3rd act? No. But, you know, odds are like 1 in 6 right now with a 30-card deck that we draw it in our opening hand, so this is not going to be the case most of the time. Actually, it's less than 1 in 6. Because we have an innate chill and an innate creative AI. So it's like 3 in 28, right? A 3 in 28 chance to draw a stack in the opening hand. Whatever that means, it doesn't matter. Oh my. Ooh, that was nice. Oh, did I forget? I think I forgot to do the genetic there. Oh well. Okay, Swift Potion for 6 cards drawn. Or an Attack Potion. It's a pretty easy Swift Potion in my opinion. Oh my. The Warped Tongs event. Yes? And then we just remove Pain instead of a strike. There's way too much value just sitting here to not take it. Don't go too fast. There might be something here worth looking at. So there is a Glacier here. Glacier, it would be a phenomenal addition to this deck. And honestly, it's a bit painful to see it here. That is the block card that we so desperately need at this point. We don't have any orb slots, which I think is a good thing. I think we're good without the capacitor. I like the evoking and whatnot. We do have the bias cog and mummified hand to make capacitor work. So we could take the capacitor plus glacier here and be in a much better spot. Probably. That is the die to bird with arms strategy. But it is a strategy. So painful. I don't know what to do. So we would go to a 33 card deck with Glacier Capacitor. Like, those are, at this point in the game, I know I was just talking about evoking our orbs, but with a Data Disc plus Panacea Bias Cog in the deck, once we get going, even with 2 additional orb slots and a Glacier, we are so set. I'm gonna try Living with Pain. It sounds like I'm making a very deep statement about something. I'm not. Right. I'm wondering if we ever use our regen potion here and prolong this fight purposely to... I think we have a good chance of getting a potion after this fight. And then we get an upgrade at the campfire. I know we have Warp Tongs, so that matters less. I think we do. Because especially against the baseball. Against the baseball, we should be fine. Sure. Wow. An interesting turn for Pain. Check this out. Check this buffer out. Sick. I mean, what can you do? Yo, Pain Centennial Puzzle is a combination that I had not considered. That is definitely a thing. Oh, don't retain our hand. I've made a mistake. $22, so you're actually going to hit us this turn. We've got 6, 12, 15 coming in. Must have been all the dazed cards. Seems good. So the goal was really to get to full HP. Okay. It is goofy. All right, Echo Form. We are at full HP. Mission accomplished. Their capacitor I just purchased. Happens to be upgraded as well. I don't think we're gonna take a second one. We'll keep just the one. All right. Well, actually, you know what? Full HP. I'm gonna take an early recall with the warp tongs. I think we're totally fine so far. Against the tiny giant head. Drew Bias Cog on turn 1, but we do have the hologram coming around. I think getting the creative AI out is more important. And playing Bias Cog here just kind of scares me. We'll play it with the hologram. Okay, well, you were too soon, hologram, but I guess I'm glad you're here. Panacea? Close. That was panache, not panacea. Very close. Understandable that those would be confused. Yeah, now not to play Bias Cog until it comes around again. Then we risk getting debuffed by the giant head and losing our ability to play Bias Cog there. Also has a bit of spice associated to it. I think the upgraded Panacea actually helps a lot. Forget. Okay, it is just one debuff. I was gonna say I forget if it's one or two, but just the one. Heat sinks helps a lot here. Disgusting. Well, I mean, it's not that disgusting, but it's still, you know, it's 30 damage. That's fine. It decks out of it too. Okay, well, obviously we have no block here. This may be a Swift Potion turn, as sad as it is. Maybe not getting the Bias Cog down will be the mistake. Ah, Glacier helps. What's the dual cast? I think this is fine. Maybe double cast Dark Orb? Feels too early, though. Stack for 6 hurts a lot. Ah, why? Oh, you're killing me, Bias Cog. I mean, maybe literally. Okay, now we get to play the fun how do we not die game. This fight should not have gone this poorly. If it comes down to not playing Bias Cog, be all sorts of sad about it. So these lightning orbs will go to 9. Gonna be 45 damage, not even close to enough. Also, pulling a buffer would have been excellent. So we could pull with a cool-headed first and hope to get nothing. We have to block for 30 this turn. So hologram is just always die here unless we pull like these defends or something. We'll have this 3, 17, 25. We die there too. Or this is plus 1 dex, but if we pull back Glacier, that's 13 block. Then we can't do anything else. It would have to be like okay. I just don't think this fight should be this hard. I think we were doing excellent. And I must have messed up something here. Don't have a storm down, so we could hope for like hologram Bias and hope for a mummified hand. Heat sinks combo. That's so dumb though. It's not. It's not gonna work. The odds are not in our favor. We would have to have. Oops. Oh my god. We'd have to have it hit like Equilibrium or one of the other two powers. And even if we get the bias cog down, it's just damage at this point, and we're dying this turn, so it doesn't solve the problem. Oh wait, is that enough? 4 plus, it's gonna be like 20 some. Oh, I think we have enough block with stack. Is that the secret? So stack is going to be 16, 19, like 20 block, and then we have 34 here. We have to block for 30, so we live. It's so ugly, and then I don't know how we win next turn, but we don't win this turn, so I guess we'll go to the next one. Buffer. Oh, oh, you're so beautiful. Woo. Oh my. Yeah, let's get the bias cog down now. Hey, Sunder's free. Sweet. Ah, goodness. Anyway, pick up a Thorns potion, chance at white noise, cool-headed, and a creative AI. I don't think we need more stuff. White noise is 2 cards for Panache, plus a free hit on Mummified Hand. Fatal Rain 96, thank you so much for the follow. If it was upgraded and this was just 2 cards and a free Mummified Hand hit, maybe I'd be more inclined, but I don't think we need more stuff right now. We need less stuff right now. Stuff is the problem, not the solution. White Beast Statue, Sacred Wolf combo. You can't remove, right? Yeah. So this has to be our Emerald Key piece, unfortunately. This is the chest that most commonly has a rare relic in it. A Stone Calendar. Honestly, that's okay. Oh. Let me actually take a look here. I think this might be our Panache instead of the Pain. As much as I don't mind taking some Spirit Poop right now, almost 100% certain that we need the full heal plus 10 max HP going into Combat Flaming Elite after that last one. Yeah. Thank you, Panache. We traded our... What did we pay for Panache? It was like 100 and some gold for Panache, and it's turning into a Waffle plus 3 HP. I actually don't remember how much Waffle normally is, but I feel like that's a discount. Close to a discount. Super good Warp Tongs hit. Now our creative AI always hits Doom and Gloom. Okay. Not making the same mistake this time. We're going to play our bias cog right away without the panache. We have genetic plus hologram on this turn. That means we just burn the genetic. Okay, well. The fates have decided. Getting an upgraded loop on this Dark Orb is awesome. Okay. Currently blocked for 18 damage. Go to 27-31. Say that's good enough. Then we hang on to the pain, though. We want the stack at this point. That was the Q stack. That was the Q. Not understand. Do we go for the dual cast win, or do we do 98 now? We do 98 now. Honestly, I don't know how we kill this thing. We have to go for the dual cast. We currently draw 3 with Compile Driver. Rushed it. Ooh. Reptomancer with Strength. Very spook. Okay. Let me see what creative AI actually hits here. Okay. If we just play chill, that's 9, 14 block. We don't actually full block this turn. Glacier would be a full block, but then next turn is a huge problem. We hit this one, it goes to 6, so even a strike kills it. We do only draw 1 currently, though, with the compile driver, so not good odds. Alternatively, we can use our Swift Potion here to get a full draw. The full draw could pull something amazing. We absolutely need to win here. We chill first. No. 4, 8, 12. Oh my. Okay, hold on. So we do not have the bias cog down. We are taking a nominal amount of damage. 58. So we are dead on board. I don't think that will be the final case here, but still spooky. We've got 9, 18, 27 damage worth of evoked orbs if we hologram back the chill right now. Then we lose our lightning orbs, obviously. Now always capacitor first, but then we're not evoking, and that's its own set of problems. Well, then we would do 9, 8, 12, 20. Only 20 damage worth of orbs. So that's not enough either. I was thinking if we brought back, if we did capacitor. No, it's not. Never mind. Not being correct. Oh my god. This is a complicated turn. So we have auto shields. Obviously, we can also do things with like doom and gloom. That wipes the board on its own, and we're left with 2 energy. 9, 23. Yeah, that wipes everything for 2. Then we have 2 energy left. We can don't have that much block after that. We could also just hologram back the stack, which is technically more block. Also just hologram back the chill for 1 single orb, which feels bad. The doom and gloom out there, I think this has to be correct. Even though we lose the lightning orbs and don't have a lot of lightning orb generation coming up, this feels correct. 8, 12, 6. Is that correct? Sorry. This turn is so complicated. Okay, I think it's actually correct to capacitor doom and gloom, because this is 4, 8, 12, that's 26 damage. Yeah, this has to be correct. Hit electro. It is disgusting. Wow. Yeah. It's a good turn. On the other hand, is not a good turn. Can you please stop? Oh, we have pain. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, it was an interesting little fight there. Reptomancer decided to be quite mean and just not stop attacking. We'll pick up a bag of marbles and an emerald key for our troubles. We'll say Triforce complete. And skip. Oh, no, not like this. No, not like this. Oh, no. It's 96 damage. Does that mean we don't put creative AI out? It has to be, right? Because otherwise we just die. I think we're just dead anyway, but it has to be that. Everything else is just way too slow. We're just dead. Can't believe we're gonna go out like this. After all of that, I honestly... Well, we can draw with Centennial Puzzle. That's a thing. Let's draw with Centennial Puzzle. Let's dual cast, just in case. Oh! A hope. A chance. Wait, now are we dead? Okay, so we have to count for 30 damage. We've got 3. So this is 13, 19, 27. We take 3. We, again, don't die, and we get our Dark Orb up front. Not have dual cast or a hologram coming around, however. Hologram in hand now is never a kill. Make sure this is correct. 13, 16, 19, 27. We're getting hit for 30. We take 3. We go to 3. Okay. Are we dead now? If we had played the liquid bronze, we would be up, I think, 18 damage right now. So I'm going to take that into consideration while I play the rest of this, because we again have to account for 30. And now, unless it's like auto shield stack, I don't think we have a means to do that. Okay. Back to math. 8, 11, 14. This is going to be 20. So that's 34 block. Oh my god. It comes down to this stupid liquid bronze. I'm going to be so salty. Just put me down, you stupid Spire growth. It's over. Okay. Now we're on 37. 37. Currently blocked for 27, 33. Yeah, okay. Dead on board. So let's take some other things into consideration. Oh. Interesting draws. So now we would be at 24 damage. So we would actually kill it with the Dark Orb if I had played Liquid Bronze. Okay. Just food for thought. Food for thought. I think I'm close to seeing an out as well, and it has to do with Mummified Hand. Is that what you're thinking as well? We play like Strike, Auto Shields. Auto Shields, Bias, Cool-Headed. Oh, because we get the extra Frost Orb. So that would be 24... or 35 leaves us with 1 HP. You're right. Plus Bias Cog is going to make something free. Could be Equilibrium? So if we Cool-Headed first, gives us the best... No, it gives us equal odds. Unless we pull Zap with Cool-Headed. Equal odds to make Equilibrium free. So this has to be correct. That's true. It could also hit Strike. I think this is... Yeah, no, maybe you're right. Maybe this is better because if it hits Cool-Headed, then we can play whatever damage card comes up. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. See, kids, save your Liquid Bronze. Who needs it? Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay. Oh, pain. Yeah, pain can kill me. So Storm in a bottled creative AI deck just seems solid. I think we'll rest. So rest plus Pantograph is a fair amount of HP. Okay. .48 HP and a dream. That is what I like to say as well. So in a fight like this, I'm more tempted to play Electro Glacier just to get the Electro out over Creative AI. Electro is going to hit something. And I think we would actually play Glacier and then Electro for the 50-50 coin flip on it hitting Creative AI. Playing Creative AI now does make one of these free, but Unless it's Electro and we cause that nice chain, which is a 1 in 3. I think it's just worse. Okay. This is a very bad turn. It is very painful. I would agree with that. We do have Hologram. We can pull back Glacier if we wanted to, though I think we kind of have to play Bias. We have Stack. Stack is, in fact, some block. Mini Minotaur, I have a question for you. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0 that turn. So does Stack go into the discard pile and then drawn back with Hologram still being 0? I would assume so, right? Usually not. Really? Its cost shouldn't be reset. Same with Liquid Memories. The game is lying? What? Completely unacceptable. Well, honestly, we have a perfect setup for science. So what I'll say is I believe you, but I'm going to check anyway. It says 1. The game is a lie. Wow. I would like to report an error, please. Could have got a Dazed back to exhaust. That's an interesting point. I had not considered. Okay, so Barrage is what, 12, 24, 36. Or 30. 30, 32, no pen nib. 1, 2. We also have a lot of lightning orbs coming in, though. I think we're close to a kill here with Barrage. Or if Barrage Sunders enough. Yeah, I'm thinking if we need the darkness or not. Because Sunder is going to be 32 damage versus the +6 on Barrage. Like, this Dark Orb probably never goes off. Static Discharge, like, I guess we do have Storm in play, but so it evokes for 12. Wait, what? 28 plus 30 plus 32? Wait. 12, 24, 36. We got 36 plus... Oh god, the math. 36. 5, 6, 5, plus 5, plus 5. 82, so that's not lethal? Is that correct? 6, 12, 24, 36. So 36 is barrage. Static discharge brings about 1 lightning orb. So that's 5 lightning orbs, it's 7, that's 35. 36 plus 35. The dark orb evokes one of those lightning orbs, so that's plus 5. So 76. And then strike is plus 6, so that's 82. So we're dead? Unless we play Static Discharge, and then we kill Donu after the first 18. Yes, so we have to do this. Oh, plus it makes Sunder free. This was so easy. Why didn't I think of that? Of course it does. How silly of me. That's overkill. Should have. Yes, you're right. I've been, honestly, I've been very good with Mummified Hand up until that point in particular. So I don't feel too bad about it. But you're right. You're absolutely right. You should have played all the other cards first to guarantee that. That is a fact. We evoke this. This is 12, 24. 4. 36. No. Yeah, I know. I kind of want to save my pen nib. Is that too greedy? So if we equilibrium to purposely take 4 here, save the pen nib. We do 24, we evoke 2 lightning orbs. So 24, 36. Oh, plus frost orb. Thank you. I would have gotten there, but you saw it before I did. You're right, you're right. So 12, 17. That's actually better. So if we double defend end turn, the lightning orbs do 24, and then we evoke 2 lightning orbs after the first hit of damage. That's 22, that's 36 damage. And we save pen nib. Fantastic kill. It's a fun one. Ah! Hold on. Hold on. Isn't fair? You mean like that doom and gloom, please? Yeah, but then this bird gets all sorts of curious, and that's a problem. Hey, Starry Night Seas. Yeah, we have a very power-based deck right now, and we're against the bird with arms. Yeah, I know. We don't really have the tools to beat this enemy, I think. I don't know. It's gonna be really sketchy. Like Panacea plus Bias Cog and Frost Orbs and Orb slots technically negates a lot of this strength gain. So that could be a strategy for us, but you are too soon. But we did get Doom and Gloom. Sucks. I guess we have another hologram, so like we have to Doom and Gloom here, otherwise we just never kill these birds, right? We have Sunder, I guess, to kill one. It's the first time in my life being called pro at a video game. Thank you for that. The hologram doesn't make any sense here. It makes sense next turn. So it comes down to hologram. And if we don't pull it next turn, we're just dead. 32, 38, 42. My emotes are wearing a red tie and white coat. Well, it's because I work in a lab outside of this in real life. I work in a lab, so I have a lab coat. So I gave the artist some creative freedom, and basically I'm like, hey, I'd like to be me in a lab coat. And then my basic idea here, I'll do my stream starting screen for a second if you haven't seen it. So I basically told the artist that I wanted to be like at a mad scientist vibe. So I work in a biomedical lab. So it was like me and my cat as mad scientists was the idea. So I wanted to have the coat on, and she just kind of put the tie in there. I don't actually even own a red tie, so it's, I don't know. It was their creative expression or something, whatever you want to call it. I think we have to do this, right? We always Doom and Gloom. It's pen nib Doom and Gloom. And next turn we're like toast. The alternative is to play Genetic Algorithm this turn. And oh, you're welcome. I think it's just this. Like, there's no other outs. The other outs are to play defense and kind of kick the can down the road. So we have to take a risk here and hope for the best. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of works. If I vulnerable, no. This is a long-term plans for this fear potion, apparently. It's kind of, oh my god. Play a what did I play there? Did I play a defend? I should have done my strikes first to get the +1 dexterity on my defend. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. So we have hologram. Getting hit for 1632. Getting hit for 32, and we have hologram in hand. That means that... Where are you? Stack is 26, 32. So we don't actually have to play our genetic algorithm yet. So I like that quite a lot. And shout out to Warp Tongs for hitting both my holograms. So I think I'm going to let this Dark Orb marinate for a while instead of getting 2 out there. These Frost Orbs are mission critical right now. Yeah, Dewey Capacitor with no focus out there. If we pull Bias Cog... Oh, that was the cue for Bias Cog. I was going to say, if we pull Bias Cog, that would have been interesting. So this is 1720. We would take 2. Oh, pain. Hate you. Like 1 in 26. I'm looking at my draw pile going, there's so many things that would be great to draw through for next turn. This one did not come to mind, believe it or not. So I guess we keep auto shields then. Good old Terry Pratchett. I was actually thinking about that earlier today. What was I thinking about? I was like I was walking to my shuttle to bring me home. What was I thinking about? It was something Slay the Spire related. I don't remember. Maybe it'll come to me later. The context was about adding a 5% chance for something to happen, and I don't remember what it was. But I was just like walking home, or walking to the shuttle spot, and I was like thinking about this. Like, if you add a 5% chance to something, so often I think about it from going from like 45% to 50%, and that's better, and it is, depending on the thing. But you're only increasing your odds by like 1 in 20. So if you frame it in that context, like, is it worth it in terms of doing other things in a turn? I don't again, it doesn't make sense outside of the context of the thing that I can't remember, but those are my like midday thoughts or end of day thoughts when I'm tired. I think Capacitor didn't hit, but getting 2 extra Frost Orbs out here for +6 block every turn has to be better than +2 strength on every turn except for the multi-attack turn, which is maybe coming next. Not having Warp Tongs hit it sucks, but I think it is what it is. The only way for Warp Tongs to hit it at this point is to cycle through the deck again, and that's going to be a while. Dual cast is 12, 21, 30, 1. We even need to dual cast here. We could get Doom and Gloom out instead. Just evoke for 1, so that would be 6. $30-some. Yeah, that has to be better. Okay, so once again, we can hologram back stack to get us through this turn. The lack of frost orbs and focus is concerning. We do have the artifact still down and bias cog coming at some point. It's taking its time, but it's coming. I suppose we could maybe equilibrium here. Let me think about that. So we have 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, that's definitely enough. Yeah, the capacitor upgrade not hitting, I agree. That's a substantial amount of block that we're not going to have. Next phase might be better since we can have 4 frost orbs out, but it's a matter of lining that up, and I don't know. We're also in a very real situation where pain could chip away our health to the point where it's a problem. Okay, pulling something back. Equilibrium matters, but it seems important to me for some reason. I have like no damage on board. We're completely reliant on this Dark Orb. We just now hit the bias cog, so it's been forever. Okay. So now we are on 24 block, just without doing anything for the rest of the combat, basically. A way to, like, exhaust some of these cards would be interesting. I don't know what that would be, but it's a thought. Recycle, yes. That is a good one. Oh, that would be huge here. I don't know if we were offered recycle this run. Okay, well anyway, we don't need any additional block after hologram, so we're free to pull back another barrage to kind of get us closer in range. We do have the pen nib proc, so just pulling the barrage gets us really close to killing the bird in short order. Oh, didn't line up the kunai proc though. Oh well. Okay, 48. And we clearly have enough block in genetic algorithm. I'm going to draw first. So this is 1624. 36. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. So this is 1624, 36, 45. So we would take 3 here. At this point in the run, I don't know if we can even afford to take 3 because of pain. Like, entirely because of pain. Dude, Spartan Cork, this is a nail biter. I don't really know. I don't know how we survive, honestly, but maybe. My thought here, so the reason why I really don't want to use Genetic Algorithm, turn 1 of phase 2 is 40 damage. So if we have Genetic Algorithm in hand or a hologram in hand, and we've drawn through Genetic Algorithm, we can like always survive that turn. That is the scariest turn for us right now. We have this Dark Orb cooking. It's just kind of sitting back here marinating for when we need it most. And, you know, hopefully we're able to just like dual cast that one and kill him in phase 2. Your intuition is creative AI against the bird that never stops doing push-ups. Yeah, that's exactly what we have going right here. So this is for phase 1, this is for phase 2. That's why we're not messing with our orbs right now. And then, like, worst case scenario, if we dual cast the Dark Orb, then we can also evoke these Frost Orbs here if we have to, for block in the start of phase 2. So yes, so I had tried to proc Kunai a few times, and the lack of, like you said, the lack of the capacitor upgrade, I think on its own is preventing us from proccing Kunai more. If we had 1 additional Frost Orb here, we would be totally fine, and we could just scale with like Kunai. Okay, so my instinct tells me, my intuition tells me that I need to save Genetic Algorithm for phase 2. We're very close to just popping him here in phase 1. The issue now is pain. Pain could make me very sad. Okay. So the Dark Orb is currently 172. So we're very close to outscaling the burp, or killing it with the Dark Orb. The idea is to get that to be in play when we draw dual cast next. When that happens, nobody knows, but that's the plan. We also have recursion, though that's not really part of the plan. It could be, but probably not. We have hologram and pain and stack to draw through. So if we were to hologram back, compile driver, or draw 2 cards, that would be a chance to proc Kunai. Yeah, like, we've cycled through the deck a few times. I think Warp Tongs is close to actually hitting the things that we need it to hit. It's close. Okay, so this is 24. Okay. We have enough block. Just had to do the old mental check. Our second hologram, that is a little bit spooky. Okay. Can we get like a heat check on how many times we've had Equilibrium and Pain in the same hand? Anyone have a good metric on that? We do not have lock on, no. Because currently we take 2 damage. So if we Equilibrium here, we always take more than 2 damage. So we have to take the hit here and play nothing. This is horrifying. Warp Tongs hit Recursion this turn. You like Recursion, but doesn't that just make it worse? We have greater than a 50-50 chance to just kill the bird next turn. We can play Glacier, you're correct, but we're not drawing Glacier. And next turn we basically have to kill. We basically have to kill. Stack doesn't really save us next turn. So if this goes to plus 12, that's 110 exactly, so 220. The bird will be on 227. So we would have to account for 7 damage. So we need exactly dual cast plus an attack next turn. Even Zap would work, honestly. Yes. So I think the only play that keeps us in the game next turn is to end turn. Yeah, well, cool-headed maybe, but well, it's not enough on. It's not enough yet, but it's close. We have to draw the dual cast, and we have to draw an attack. If we just draw cool-headed, then we don't kill it. Right? So the only other option is to do some weird, like, I don't know. I don't think we do anything this turn, though. Okay. We're gonna hit for 48. We're blocking 4. 24 plus 25 is enough. Yep, that's kind of the end of that story. Oh, we should have played these first. Oh well. Still had enough. Okay, this is a good news, bad news situation. So we have now cycled through our deck and we've drawn a hologram and our cool-headed. So our ability to sustain next turn, we have the dual cast, we kill him, we go to phase 2. Our ability to sustain turn 1 of next phase is severely limited here to the point where I don't know. But it's not really, like, it doesn't really matter. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just in the heart of the cards at this point. So let's draw. We could hologram cool-headed again. The purpose of cycling through our deck at this point, just even a bit more, is to get us closer to genetic algorithm or hologram. If we drew genetic plus hologram, that's a huge problem. But having a 22 card draw pile and needing to draw the hologram is an issue. It also gets our Dark Orb closer to the front. So if we get an extra Frost Orb here, the Dark Orb goes to this position. And then when we play Glacier, the Dark Orb goes to the front position, and we're ready to dual cast it again next time. So Glacier's coming up. That means we can play Glacier, and we're in a better spot, I think. So... we could compile driver for... Oh, no, never mind. No, we can't. Never mind. But anyway, that was the thought process. You get it. We're just trying to cycle through the deck. And there's our Glacier. So we should be fine. And then our Dark Orb needs to get to 160, and we're very close. So roughly, what, 5 more turns? 6 more turns? Something like that? And we don't play Storm. Static Discharge could also be bad if we ever take... Yeah, Static Discharge... Yes. So yeah, we can proc Pen Nib with Sweeping Beam. Is almost certainly better. Okay. Yeah, we don't play this stuff. Yeah, static is absolutely a double-edged sword right now. Same reason as Storm. Like, getting it out of the draw pile, awesome. But it could cause problems. This is our win condition right now. He's so angry. Okay, that's a fair amount. We're 39 incoming. Currently, we're blocking for 1632, so an auto shields is enough. Yep. That's that turn. 39 again. So we've been saving this genetic forever. I think we're going to continue to do that, though. Which is 1632. This is 39 on its own. It's 48 incoming, you're right. You're right. Thank you. I would have gotten there. My brain was still on last turn, I guess. Yeah, we could play creative AI at this point, but we would also have to play a genetic algorithm. Genetic Pro can give buffer. Con can get harder to dual cast. 48 to 39. So I think we can play the creative AI now. I think that's fine. We're about to shuffle our deck, so it doesn't really matter if we get powers that we can't play. We're just surviving a few more turns. So like what was said, if we happen to get a buffer or like even a defrag for a couple more focus or something, it's all gravy at this point. Okay. Let's play it super safe. No. I refuse. Hey, what it is? An upgraded buffer. Generic ask and you shall receive. Upgraded defrag. Seems good. That's a trap. Don't do that. Alright, so this is 55. We're getting hit for less than 55. Seems good. Yeah, it's an upgraded capacitor, just as we were asking for earlier. It's the nicest creative AI ever. Okay, so fight's over at this point. We've done it. Slow and steady. Just like you want to be on the heart. Or the Act 4 elites. All that good stuff we got coming for us. And there's the genetic algorithm. It wanted to be buffed. There you go, bud. Okay, there's the dual cast. Let's see if we can get a couple procs on this. And nib, no, we can't. I mean, we could, right? We could just like let it marinate for another round. I mean, like we might as well. Otherwise, it's just lazy. All right. I think we'll need it. Yep. An attack. Sweet. Oh, we only have 3 energy. Yeah. Nah. Let's not mess around with that pain curse. Oh, I ruined it with hologram. Dang it. Bad order. Just getting sloppy now. It's ridiculous. Just let it end. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. All right, it's over. Crushed it. I didn't see that happening. I'll be honest. I don't know how we eked that one out. That was sheer force of will. Like 10% luck or some percent. I don't remember the song. You guys know the Fort Minor song. Okay, so we could smith up the capacitor, or we can gain some HP, which I think sounds necessary against the Act 4 elites. We do have the preserved insects, so that's what we have going for us. Maybe we get some spicy early electro things going. I don't know. I'm going to take the HP. Instinct tells me I'll need it. Unfortunate. We can't afford a remove plus a potion. We may pick one up from the elites, but having a second potion to use that isn't this fear potion, which is kind of useless, would be nice with Sacred Wolf. Okay, This is a pretty obvious pain removal. We were also looking for like a recycle here. We talked about it a few minutes ago, but would have been a top tier get. Only thing left to buy would be a Doom and Gloom. I don't think we're doing that. All right, tiny guys, what you got? Wow. It's so hard not to... Oh, we could chill here. Chill Fearpot Barrage with the Pen Nib. That might be necessary. Like, the Fearpot is not how we kill the heart, most likely. Yeah, it would be nice to kill the shield first, if we could. I don't think this is enough damage. So this would be 18 times 3, which is not even close to 90, and then we can't turn around for the Spire Spear. So I agree, it would be nice to get the shield down and just kind of be done with it, but it is spooky. Creative AI will also make something free. I find myself most often actually trying to kill the Spire Spear first. Just because it's, I don't know, it's more dangerous. Yeah, that's kind of my thought process too. Like, if we could turn and just kill the shield here, that'd be awesome. I'd just do that. Because then we would turn back around and face the spear alone. But, like, the spear is what kills you with damage. The shield kills you through attrition. The spear kills you through brute force. So I find myself most often going for the spear first. I'm not going to be greedy about this potion, I've decided. And we are doing chill, of course. And I think we have to get creative AI down. It just makes sense. And hope for the best. Good. It's good, I guess. Oh, did I have an extra energy? If I had an extra energy there, I just made a mistake. Oh. Yes, I would have played Storm. That's an oopsie. Storm. Creative AI giving creative AI. What's in the box? More boxes, of course. I believe me, I also would love to slay this run. This 61 damage turn 2 has got me feeling a little spooked, though. This is actually pretty good. Our power. Oh, bias cog. Did not get the panacea. It looks like warp tongs hit recursion. This is where Storm would have made a nice difference with being able to play these powers. The downside of this double bias cog, so we go to 9, we lose 2 focus per turn. It's maybe Might be too much. That's 4 turns before we're in negative focus. Well, 5. So we really need the Panacea. Yeah, I think it is safe to Sweeping Beam here because we're not doing much else. So let's draw. Unless we go like 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Plus. $70. Yeah. We can Sweeping Beam. Oh, hologram. Yeah, I wanted to get the bias cog down. I know I'm playing genetic algorithm this turn, so I guess we have recursion as well. That's not enough. So genetic plus hologram would have left just playing storm instead of a bias cog, right? Yeah. So the bias cog's better. It has to be, right? Always doing that. I think we're safe to get the static down. That's going to make something else free. Now, if static makes hologram free, then we could storm. Well, we tried. Okay. Let's draw first. Gone through both of our holograms. Yeah, I'm feeling you. We're kind of slow rolling this, which is a problem. Like, auto shields first. Thanks. Goes that. Yeah, I'll definitely own not playing Storm on turn 1. Oh, this is too much damage. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have Mummified Hand. It's a matter of if we play the heat sinks or not. We can make Electro always free with the heat sinks. But then we don't have any energy for whatever we draw. And this is our next turn, so like we need Sunder to land on the Spire shield or spear. So if we draw Sunder here, we're kind of screwed. I think we play Heatsinks last? Edna's dead? Maybe. What? Okay, we have, I guess we have compile driver. We're fine. It's fine. Wednez alive. Pick up an Akabiko, because why not? Skip on all this. We did not manage to pick up our potion or our sacred woof, so that sucks. But you know, we got the pantograph. Some stuff and things could happen. So we always bias cog. If we, well, that's kind of cute. So if we, actually, if we just hologram defend bias cog, creative AI is free, and we can just play our whole hand, take no damage. Seems good. We block for 10. Is that enough? We play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. It's not enough. So we could do defend, hologram, defend, bias. Creative AI, chill. Take 0. We could also purposely proc Centennial Puzzle right now. So it's a matter of if that's worth it. So what would make 3-card draw this turn worth it? I think that answer is like just Panacea. I mean, there's other stuff too, but I guess having more options on turn 1 is better than not having more options on turn 1. Even though our turn looks complete as is, it could be better. Because, like, worst case scenario, we have 1 Frost Orb. And we get hit for more damage than we have HP next turn. Yeah, drawing Genetic would be bad. The buffer system we have in place is the 2 holograms plus Genetic. That's the plan to get us through those turns. So the odds are if we draw 3 cards, you know, it's 1 of 28 cards. That's bad? I don't know. I think the yeah, it's a good roll. It's a good roll because it's always a good roll. Yeah, like getting bias and creative AI out on turn 1 is a solid turn on its own. So it's kind of a matter of greed, honestly. Yeah, 100% of the time, every time. Creative AI fiends. We picked up the Bottle Tornado like late Act 2 on the same combat that we picked the creative AI. So it was a branching path that we got to decide on. We already had the innate chill in our deck, and the conversation was like, you know, if we have 5 cards on turn 1, there's no bag of prep. You know, do we lock up 2 of our 5 draws at the start of every single combat. And then this is what we're left out. So this was our draw, Bias, Hologram, Defend, which Bias on its own is good. So I think I've made up my mind. I think I have. The 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like 1, 2, 4. Nice. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Yeah. So once again, we can choose to draw for 3 with Centennial Puzzle by playing Recursion. So the other option is to Equilibrium Electro. We'd end up with 19 minus or 15 block. We would be on 62. We die. So we always have to draw with Centennial Puzzle. Oh, plus the burn. We're super dead. Nice. Okay, that's nice. Of the 5 status cards that were put into our draw pile, 28 card deck, we drew 3 of them. Nice. The odds are improving. That's the Hail Mary right there. So let me see if we for sure die. I think we do. So we evoke for 20. We have 63 HP, so we are dead on board 100% of the time. Alternatively, we play Equilibrium. That is 14, 23, 69. Nice. Minus 2. We're dead. Close. Yeah, if Electro zeros Equilibrium. So we can actually think about the odds there. Okay, so let's think of our outs, because it's interesting. So Electro into Equilibrium is a 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chance, 20% chance. Yeah, I think we're still dead then, because we're only gaining 6 block there. Now, the Sweeping Beam, let's look at our outs with Sweeping Beam. So those are, we have 0 block in play. So those are, I think, only Genetic Algorithm. Is that correct? So 1 in 24. Well, Electro, like even Electro Equilibrium. So we gain 20 block. This is 29 block. So we're on 72. And then we take 4 from Beat of Death, 2 from Burn, 6. So we're dead on board unless we draw Equilibrium. Plus we get to use Akabiko, which is kind of cute. Yeah, our only out is Genetic. Yeah, I think we've run the numbers. It's a 1 in 24 Hail Mary. It's the 55-yard field goal. It's the bottom of the 9th. It's other sports references. Let's give it some power. Just rub the beam on things. I don't know. One of these has got to work. Oh, I lost it. Why? Dazed Burn slimed Ascender's Bane. That's just mean. Slimed out of here. Man. Hey, I thought that was a fun run regardless. I honestly, with the fighting the bird with arms second and a basically strictly powers based deck was I don't know, it was a bit sketchy. We also, for anyone who just joined, we picked up a panache in a shop, and then going into our flaming elite in Act 3, we had like 20 or 30 some HP, and we got the what is it called? The Bonfire Spirits event, and we traded in panache for a full heal and 10 max HP to allow us to then beat Reptomancer with plus strength barely. I think we beat that fight with like 1 HP. That entire run was like remarkably close. It was a ton of fun. I like that one a lot.